Hi Capricorn, welcome to your monthly readings. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of November, I have a special tarot offer that it's called Moths to the Fire, and it's a reading that was conceived and created considering the Scorpio themed season we are currently on, which for me it's all about the nature of desire. So basically, it's a reading that reflects upon the nature of your desires and how to harness from that source of energy so you can manifest more sense of empowerment and satisfaction into your conscious life. So if you would like to know more details about that special or any other of my tarot services, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below, and as well my Facebook and Instagram page. So Capricorn, I do feel like the month of November can be a fairly good month for some of you. I feel like there's a lot of driven, ambitious, but happy um, energy with you, kind of pushing you, right, to evolve and taking more initiative. I feel like some of it's taking more initiative in terms of your career, in terms of your future plans, or even plans that involve friends and groups of people. I feel like you're very interested in doing in activities with others. This is a month where the social environment and the social theme is also here in focus. I feel like you are more outgoing or more interested in being out there and connecting with others than maybe what you have been before or felt like in the last weeks. I do feel like this is a very social month, and a social energy brings luck to you, and it brings a sense as well of joy, as you do have the Three of Cups in your main theme and your conscious position. So the Three of Cups will be a very present and aware energy within your month, as this is the energy of celebration, communion, friendship, being together with those that feel like home, or those that feel like your soul tribe. There's this sense of involvement with others, that, or a particular activity where, there might be a lot of the presence of other people, even if if you don't have an intimate relationship with those. I feel like just the fact that you might be involved in a cause, a project, an activity, or go somewhere that has a lot of people. There's something about being with others that is just going to help you enlighten a part of it's like enlighten a part of your future, where a part of your future direction might be. I feel like as you go into December, um, this will be particularly relevant, as I feel like part of your future journey somehow involves working together with others, being involved in something, planning for something, that it's not just about you and your, I feel for some of you, it's not just about you and your personal, let's say, world. It kind of transcends your personal world, and your unconscious is the Two of Wands. So you might still be somehow unaware that you will be exploring more possibilities, or you will be exploring more paths than what you initiate the month considering. I feel like, again, there will be very interesting business conversations, or just conversations that open your eyes or stimulate you to take proper action. The Knight of Wands here in your soul position, your spirit position. So you are unstoppable. You are a force to be reckoned with during this month of November. I feel like there's this real sense of urge, impulsivity. It's like, I feel like some of you feel like you have this, it's like an itch, this discomfort, especially for Capricorns that have been stagnant, or that have been maybe in a more passive state, I feel like you will have this kind of almost brutal awakening that is like a breakthrough that takes you here in a wild journey, or to the, it's like exploring the wild side of a situation that maybe you have not felt before, like you could do, or that you could have the inner strength and courage to dare to do something that I feel you're going to be dared, or even if it's just a personal challenge you're putting into your own being, everything that helps you break through and enlighten, right, your fears, or relationship energies that have somehow made you feel diminished. I feel like those are things that you are being liberated from, like putting a light, casting light of your being in places where there has been a shadow. It could be that some of you have felt imprisoned by something, or some of you could even be that you have been exercising a lot of control over your own desires. It's like, because the Knight of Wands and the Strength card together, they amplify this notion of the month of November, having very strong urges and desires, like very intense reactions, needs, attraction and repulsion. And I feel like that is like a driven source. It's a source of energy that it's driving you, or trying to make you break through something, either of your own being or in your outer sphere, that has been like taking that energy, back, controlling your energy, controlling something that it's yours, that it has a lot to do as well with your vitality. So for Capricorns that have been feeling, maybe sluggish, or just more on the lazy side, unmotivated, unsatisfied, I do feel like that there's a radical shift here, a turnaround in things that maybe were not working properly, because the Knight of Wands in your spirit brings to you the energy of fire and the energy of movement, action, which is the Knight. And the Knight of Wands, for me, it's the most accelerated, it's more intense one, because the energy of the Knight for me is fire, and Wands is also fire. So this double emphasis on the fire element, which can make you somehow reckless, yes, which can make you somehow too impulsive, in a way where you're not considering the risks, or you're not considering what you could be jeopardizing, or what you could be destroying, right, in the process, because fire can be very destructive. It's an energy that when it's excessive and not well handled, brings again anger, violence, fights, a lot of selfishness as well. This Knight of Wands sometimes is someone that is not, very reliable. It comes in as fast as it goes out, but the passion, it's like no other. And since it's in the soul position, I feel like you just might feel things more intensely than what you are used to. And actually, with the Strength in your future position, so as you go into December, I get a feeling that you will be able to, whatever needs to be matured about this Knight of Wands, you'll be able to grow and evolve from this energy, and not allow it to become so dangerous, let's say, as it could be. Dangerous in a sense that this Knight of Wands sometimes can be a little bit of a troublemaker. Yes, he can be someone that puts himself unknowingly and others at risk. And I also get a sense that this ties in with the fact that some of you are just being helped with others. You're being helped, in this exchange of opinions and experiences and options and plans and the fact that there's a lot of a social vibe here as well. I do feel like you're being helped as well by others in terms of grounding in times where you might need that grounding. Go towards those you trust, confide in them, because this is an energy with the Two of Wands in your unconscious where you might feel the need to confide about something, talk about something that initially don't see yourself doing, or you don't feel the need to. But as you go, as the month evolves, there could be something happening that just makes it a need to communicate, to open up about your doubts, because the twos are always as well about doubts, partnerships, duality, indecision, and a need to harmonize and balance. So it could be that others are helping you figure out, this path of release, this path of liberation, this path of creation, this path that might involve a certain sense of risk taking that you are willing to explore. You are a risk taker during the month of November, but you're also quite involved with things that appeal to that stimulate your ambition, your passion, and what makes you ultimately want to live a life that it's plenty and meaningful, aside of just the usual things, the common things, the day by day things, the things that are just about survival. I think that you are overcoming this survival mode and going into the next one, but it's kind of a process that, yes, might bring a lot of when fire, like a volcano energy, it's like the liberation of such a contained primal energy, and that can be scary for you and of course for others that are around. There's also a chance here for some of you Capricorns to actually during the month of November have a chance to have some interesting encounters. Very the energy here of chemistry, the attraction, the magnetism between you and those around you might be strong. So there's a lot of physical involvement within your relationship sector. It could be that your libido, your sexual drive is heightened during this period of time. It could be that you're meeting someone that you're very attracted to in a social setting, again, as you go out, as you celebrate, party, or just reunite with those friends. There's someone that can catch your eye. That's the vibe that I'm getting as you are out there doing your own thing. And it could be an interesting there could be this interesting development of relationships as you go into December that bring a sense of the Strength card for me, and especially in this deck, as you can see, this is the Strength Arcana. For me, the Strength archetype is really about that kind of reminds me of the story of the Beauty and the Beast. And of course that's a metaphor for the beauty and the beast inside, the light and the shadow energies that we all carry. But when it's not well, usually when it's not well integrated, right, when we are living either in too much in one side or the other, usually we end up attracting people to us that reflect what has not been yet rescued by us inside. So it could be that for Capricorns that are more on the light aspect, you could attract someone that reflects your shadow, someone that reflects a little bit of your inner demon, let's say, or your inner it's like someone that reflects your unconscious, especially dealing with again issues of control or issues of power, like who the element of power struggle here is in focus as well. Or for Capricorns that are more in the beastly side, it could be that you're charmed by someone that has a very light disposition, happy, cheerful, positive. It just depends on which side you're more comfortable with about your own self, the shadow or the light. And so the possibility of attracting someone into your life, it's strong. I have to say, even for Capricorns that are in a relationship, there's a danger for you to be attracted here by someone out of your relationship. It's not your partner. Of course, that this is a general reading, but I feel like there's a strong heightened possibility for casual encounters that, if you follow through them, they can be surprising to you, like the amount of passion or desire that it involves. I do feel like part of it could be that some of you Capricorns have been, starving or hungry for something that has to deal, of course, with your own, the connection within your own spirit, brave spirit, actually. And it's like, for those that are being reborn and awakened to that power, I feel like, again, it's a very intense, somehow volatile force that it makes you want to explore everything and live intensely as you can. And so the the quality of dynamics that you are involved with, work, especially with relationships, work relationships, family relationships, friend relationships, and romantic, intimate relationships, are just carrying this mind blowing kind of vibration, I feel. So I hope you have a great month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully, we'll see each other soon.